When I was a kid, I wanted to be a superhero. I can't remember how many times I dressed up as Spider-Man, Superman, or Iron Man for Halloween. I mean, I had convinced my own little brother that this S right here stood for the S in my name, Soren. But 10 years later, and here I am, still just wearing my childhood cape and pretending like I can fly. But I realized something. Being a superhero isn't about having superpowers. And this hit me when my aunt did something truly heroic. So let me tell you about my aunt, who I call B. She's an ordinary person who goes to work, bakes cookies, and she binges The Bachelor like it's an Olympic sport. Now one day, she got a call, but this time, it wasn't about her car's extended warranty. So she picks up the phone and she hears, "Congrats, you're a match." And instantly she's like, "Oh my God, I'm a match for what, Tinder?" But no, not that kind of match. It turns out that my Aunt B was a genetic match for a 1-year-old baby living in Greece who was suffering from leukemia and fighting for her life. My aunt was a perfect stem cell match, and a stem cell donation was the only thing that could keep that baby alive. And she did it. My aunt donated her stem cell to save that baby's life. From Seattle to Greece. Thank you. So, I was curious to learn more, so I called upon my trusty friend, who I do not use for my schoolwork, ChatGPT. So, did you guys know that 10% of all cancers are blood cancer? Every 3 minutes, a blood cancer patient is diagnosed. And this year in the United States, over 57,000 blood cancer patients will die. In fact, by the time that this Ignite show is over tonight, 12 people will have died. Let me tell you about some of these patients. Naharika is 34 years old. She's a doctor right here in Seattle and just got married 4 months ago. Naharika is dying of leukemia. Caden is 7 and has been waiting for his life-saving stem cell match for 4 years. Waiting for his superhero for 4 years. Mark is a pharmacist and a father of 2. Mark was diagnosed with leukemia just this past year. But here's the thing. These patients, they don't have to die. There's a cure. There's a cure for blood cancer, you guys. And that cure is a stem cell donation from a matching donor. But the thing is, finding a match is hard. 10 different proteins must be identical between the donor and the patient for the match to be successful. For communities like mine, sometimes it's a lot harder because for many ethnic groups, like South Asians, there's a shortage of donors. In fact, it's a miracle that my aunt was actually able to save a life. For many blood cancer patients, this is not the case. For most, finding a match is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, except that haystack has been caught on fire and buried 1,000 feet underground. But while I was reading all of this, I came across something wild. So, when you donate your stem cells, your blood DNA is identical to the recipient's. Do you guys know what this means? As a donor, you will always have an alibi in case of a crime. Innocent until proven guilty, am I right? So, don't tell anyone. But B and I have been secretly scheming about what she can get away with now. All jokes aside, there are people out there dying, waiting, and hoping for a match. I want you to ask yourself, are you that match? You don't need a cape. You can be an ordinary person, just like my Aunt B, who decided to give somebody else a fighting chance. I'm just 17, so I can't donate yet, but I can't wait until my 18th birthday next year when I can finally fulfill my dream of becoming a superhero. So, I can't say this word because my parents are in the audience right now, so I can't say this, but I want all of us to stand up together and let's F cancer.